This short is already running into the 1 hour bullish gap, and that was kind of my target for the shorts here. So if you took the 5, that was a good short. Obviously, I said that the shorts here were A plus. This one never triggered, but obviously when we get that resweep of the high, we expect price to go break even there. So, and then you can obviously TP. So we'll see if we get like continuation shorts because I think we might be able to get the 50% here. And then maybe we can look for longs again because this hourly lines up nicely with that. And then this low actually lines up nicely with the 50%. So this is what I'll be looking for this afternoon. It's 531 to hit. So we're still about 80 points away. Might be able to get it. Maybe a retracement to the 15-minute if we form it here or whatever it is. But yeah, basically just looking for continuation shorts will be the plan today. And then I'll also be watching oil to see if we can get any longs. But I think we're just going to be pretty flat on that. So I don't know. We'll see. What was my TP? I didn't take this short. I wasn't on the charts at the time, but if I was in this 5 minute short, I would go break even here, TP at lunch low, TP at this low. So TP here at the 1 hour, break even here, scaled everything here. So let me just get this straight. Did anybody take the 5 minute here? This would be the idea. It's 549.5. I want 530. I just feel like we're too low now to take it, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I wasn't watching either. I was going to the bathroom and was having lunch and whatever, so I just missed it. But yeah, this is playing out exactly how I expect every expansion day to whenever we hit the draw. Um, we will normally see price expand during the AM, and then we will hit the draw, and then we'll usually see a retracement during PM and then chop. Or if we get the retracement during lunch, then we'll probably just chop for PM. So because we've retraced during lunch, it appears here, or maybe just as we got into PM. Now that we've retraced, I'm not sure if we're going to get much else. The only thing I can hope for is that the retracement continues and we continue to see clean price action here, and maybe we get a short down to 50%. That's about it. Is the day over? Potentially. Yeah, the screenshot, it's in the pinned like learning stuff in the PM chat. So but yeah, how did you guys do this morning? Hopefully well. You guys catch any of the longs? The trade that I took was this short. I actually really liked this on the 2 minute. And I scaled some at the low here and then break even on the rest. But yeah, this short to me looked good. This 5 minute short would have been the second trade I would have taken today. Other than like maybe this 30-second long if you had conviction in the new week gap filling, right? I actually don't mind this at 1036. I'd say it's like a B plus setup. If price was really bearish here, we wouldn't have respected this 30-second gap like the way we did. We wouldn't have gotten this bullish of a reaction at the low being swept here. I believe there was an SMT as well at the low, so this was kind of a Judah swing, right? We got our manipulation leg and then just got a good move after that. So It's kind of recapping the plays from this morning. I really think it was just that 2 minute short, and then obviously this 5 minute here, and then dream scenario for today will just be a retracement into another short lower. Am I buying any stocks here? Not yet. Maybe looking at like oil longs. Wow, the premiums on oil longs right now are pretty expensive, actually. Pretty big gamble. Yeah, we'll do Lewis. Welcome, Aaron. Welcome. What do I think the Fed will do next week? They'll probably cut rates. Well, I don't know. They really shouldn't cut rates because of all the inflation regarding oil. They might, I mean, they should probably just stay flat or maybe, just be like a quarter point cut. But honestly, if I was a Fed member, I wouldn't cut rates. The thing is, I don't know where this Fed's going to be at. Whether they're going to pivot more towards the presidency and like want to be more, I guess, aligned with Trump, or whether they want to stick to what the Fed has been and just like, you know, move towards economic stability and decreasing unemployment rates and making sure debts and inflation is under control. So I don't know which way they're gonna go. I'm surprised it's only that much. I thought it'd be more. But yeah, I think we might just dump for the rest of PM. Maybe we chop, but I'm not bullish at all this afternoon. pay attention to the hourly close here. If we close through this, I think we'll probably dump to that last point in liquidity I'm looking at here. Waiting for pullback for the lows? Yes, that's what I would like. I'd like a pullback to like this 15-minute we're about to put in or something. I just can't short all the way down here, you know? We got the macro in 8 minutes. I would be looking at 5:30 and then just being done for the day. That's like about 50%. We're running into a bullish 1 hour gap there. It's an obvious low that would complete the market maker sell model. So 50% here. So I would probably just be watching for that. And then after that, I don't know. Yeah, for sure, Aaron. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll do my best to try and answer that. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, my birthday was last week. I appreciate all the birthday wishes. Oh, thank you guys. I know, Seb. I know. Yeah, honestly, I was slacking, so I'm glad I got that out today. I should be caught up on everything now. I might not have posted the PM stuff though in the PM videos chat, but that'll be posted right after stream. What's my opinion on the short I took on the 5 minute? It's A plus. I love it. Please continue to hold that short. I wish I was in it. It's a great retracement short. Would I trail the stop? Um, I don't know. It's hard to trail your stop here. Probably not. Not yet. If we make a stop run here and get another OB, I would trail it to the high of the stop run. Yeah, if it was lower than the 5 minute, I would have taken it. I would have probably just waited for every time frame to inverse though, because the draw on liquidity isn't the best. The momentum wasn't that great either. But yeah, I would have waited for every time frame, then I would have taken it. Okay, bears for sure. What's the criteria you look for to jump into a play after a dump slash pump day? Um, so once I've determined we've hit the draw on liquidity for the day, I'll just look for an inverse that can act as a retracement, and I'll wait to see if we need additional confirmation or if the first inverse looks good because of momentum. I'll see if we need delivery. So like right now we had the 1 hour, so that was good. And then on the initial short here, we had an obvious singular gap that got ran through with a lot of momentum. So I didn't wait for every time frame. I would have just taken the 1 minute there and gone break even at the next gap, and then it would have been a break even trade. And then for this one, I would have waited because we didn't really have that great of momentum. But all I'm looking for to see is a reaction from a higher time frame gap. In this case, we have the 1 hour last gap in the leg there, and we balanced the entire new week, which was my draw for the day. And now I'll just look for a retracement, and usually I'll just wait till see what kind of reaction we have at 50% of that retracement, um, or if we run into a higher time frame gap. SMT can help for sure, but usually I'm only paying attention to SMTs at the extremities of the range. So if I'm looking for a reversal setup, it will have to be like an SMT at like, I don't know, when we like hit a major high inside of a gap or something like this, I guess. But yeah, technically we could bounce out of this 1 hour gap and continue to head higher. So my condition for longs will be the 15 minute. If we inverse that to the upside, I'll probably just become bullish. So we'll see. We're about to run into the 15 minute gap here, and we might also see a inverse get put in. Yeah, MM for sure. So missed the 15 minute there. Yeah, I'm leaning more bearish. Yep. I'm expecting 50. Yeah, yeah. I want 530 here. That seems like a logical place. We have that Devil's Mark there. I think we could go down to that. I'm just waiting to see if we get a confirmation setup. So no for value gap here. Nothing we could take as like a short. But if we were to put it the order block here, even without tapping into the 15-minute gap, I don't know if I would be interested in looking for that anymore. Because I feel like we shouldn't violate this order block if we were to put it in, if we're to remain bearish. But yeah, this is pretty dead price action so far. No for value gaps really. Yeah. Oh, a prop block? It's just an order block off an order block. So this would be a bullish prop block here. You have the 1 minute order block that got formed here, and then this order block got formed. That's a prop block. Another one would be like this one here. Here's the first order block, then a prop block, and then a second prop block. It's just a propulsion block. It's where price should react and expand. So this is like textbook propulsion block here. All right, let's see. Could come back to 50% of this down move. Yeah, for sure, MM. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So kind of a bullish reaction out of this bullish 1 hour. We just got to see whether we're going to respect the bearish and start disrespecting bullish, or if we're going to just pump up here and continue to be bullish today. Um, I mean, obviously, oil's kind of exploded in price, but it's came down quite a healthy amount since we pumped this morning. We did just take that 15-minute. And did we leave any for value gaps on the move up? Little tiny 1 minute. 30-second here looks good. I feel like these candles are pretty low volume. We just don't really have the volatility to get us going anywhere. Okay, pretty good candles here, reacting out of the 15-minute. This is a short in discount. Oh wait, no, actually, I guess it'd be in premium of the overall range, but and discount of the dealing range. What do I look for during New York PM session? All I'm looking for right now is just shorts to target 50% of the range we put in this morning on the 1 hour. There's an obvious 1 hour fair value gap there paired with a devil's mark, and I think that since we've gotten somewhat of a bearish reaction on this 1 hour gap, we could be looking for shorts here. But honestly, I'm not really married to anything. I'm just watching to see this reaction from the 15-minute here, and then there's also these 30-second gaps that we've created. So I'm watching to see if those get violated. But that's mainly the gist of what I'm looking for this afternoon. Yeah, still the same as AM. I trade the same model as Dodgy. I'm just looking at the draws and liquidity here, and I'm trying to pair that with order flow. And order flow seems a little bit bearish. My definition of order flow might be different than what you've heard in the past, but essentially it's just what fair value gaps are we respecting and disrespecting, and what PD arrays are we respecting and disrespecting. So right now it looks like we're respecting bearish, between that 1 hour rejection, us balancing the new week opening gap here, balancing that inefficiency and getting this reaction at the high, this kind of manipulation leg, as well as the 5-minute breaking, right? So now I'm just looking for more confirmation of that in the form of this 15-minute being an IO Fed and maybe this 30-second gap breaking here. If we break this 30-second, I think we'll go back to PM low and maybe lower after that to that last target I want, that obvious wick inside the gap. But yeah, we have 2 o'clock here in about a minute, so maybe that'll be a catalyst. But right now, I'm not really liking anything I'm seeing, to be honest. AZD, we're kind of just chopping right now, so I feel like we need to get some extra volatility before I really like anything on the chart. Order blocks, sure. Yeah, order blocks are simply areas of efficiently traded price action where it's almost like an engulfing candle, right? Where we trade down and, put in like an obvious candle, and then we trade back up. And the area between all these sell orders and all these buy orders is considered the order block, and this is typically efficiently traded. In order for an order block to be confirmed as like put in, we need to close back above the open of the down close or up close candle. So if we're looking for a bearish order block here, we need to close below this. So this right here would be your bearish OB, right? And right here, this is like the bullish one, obviously. Yeah, easy. Yeah. I think you might be talking about Baker. But yeah, clearly not a very bearish reaction to the 30-second gap there. So I guess we'll see. But this is 2 o'clock, so maybe re-manipulate the high and then soup the high and then short. I'm not sure. We might just be bear, or we might just be bullish right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been trading PM for almost 3 years now. AZD. I don't know. I like it. I also trade AM, so I just kind of apply some of the same ideas that I have from AM and put them into PM, and it's been working out pretty well for me. But yeah, if we put in like a 30-second here, that wouldn't have been horrible. We would have wanted to see that break, but I mean, I guess it's a tiny one. Right now, I'm still just focused on the one that I have marked. I mean, that will be the key for us to become bearish. I won't have too much confidence in being bearish if we just inverse this one because it's not that obvious. If we put in the 5-minute bullish order block, I don't think I'm going to be bearish here. I just don't think that would be bearish at all, actually. We have this 1 minute that we formed with an order block here. The only good setup I liked was the 2-minute short. That's the one I took this morning at 9:36. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that was like the only good play. Three-minute long at oh yeah, but I think we're talking about AM. As far as these are the setups that you talked about. Okay, 5-minute IFG at 140. 140. That's not really a setup I would ever take. This one to the left here. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. I don't like taking inverses off the opposite side of the curve, if that makes sense. So I don't think I would have taken that. And then 3-minute confirmation. This one here, I wouldn't have taken that. I don't think this is an inverse. Maybe it's like 520 you meant? Yeah, maybe our times are off, so you meant this one? Like, this short's very good if you took that. Yeah. I don't see a fair value or an inverse here, MM. Are you talking about this short? Like off this inverse? I don't know. This is chop. I wouldn't have traded this, and then I wouldn't have taken this long. Maybe like the confirmation setup here. Is this what you're talking about? Like this isn't bad. Off the FEG. I like this. Enter here. Looks like it might have been a break even. Maybe you don't go break even on the first sweep. Yeah. This 1 minute's good. And then you said 1420 or 420. I don't think I would have taken this if this is what you're talking about. I don't like that. This is chop. I don't really like anything there, to be honest. All right, we have this 1 minute. If we're going to be bearish, we have to break this with speed. If we end up respecting this, we're just bullish. Did we put in the 5-minute OB? We did not. Okay, so no 5-minute OB. That's good. We want to become bearish, but terrible reaction here. Is there a 15-minute forming? No. Okay. So yeah, nothing telling us we're bearish yet. No reason to think we'll become bearish. Yeah, making higher highs. Yeah, we're not bearish. This wouldn't be happening if we were bearish. So I'm gonna forget the bearish idea for now and just continue to watch price. Maybe see if there's a reaction at 50. Yeah, if we close below with a body, yeah, that actually turns it into a breaker block. I don't know if you've heard that before, but let's say we were to close below the body of this order block here, this bullish one. This would turn into a bull or a bearish breaker. So would we use it as a confirmation or an entry point? No, it's just a confluence for our entry model. We're only going to enter on IFVGs. But if we see a CISD or a bearish breaker form or something, that could definitely tell us, like, okay, maybe order flow is changing here, right? Because whenever we see price disrespecting bullish PD arrays, that's our cue to maybe start looking for bearish order flow. So like here, if we put in the breaker block, if we put in the bearish OB slash, I don't know, maybe it's a CISD. Not really. I don't think it's the most obvious manipulation leg. And we get the inverse, that would be a sign that, okay, maybe we dump here. Because we'd have bearish order flow. But usually, whenever we're looking at order flow, we want to be inversing a significant gap. And none of the gaps right here I don't think are significant because the price action is just bad. And I don't think anything is too obvious right here. But yeah, sweep of this low, still respecting this gap to the left. We need to see this broken. Obviously, we need to see the breaker block put in. Nothing really too crazy, Dab Master. The 1 minute is also a 2 minute. Okay, yeah, we want to see both of these break. The 2 minute breaking would actually be good. That would be pretty bearish. Maybe I'll try something light there. Okay, so there's the 2 minute breaking. That's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. I don't think I'm gonna alert this play just because I don't like how anything looks right now, but yeah, if we're bearish, we definitely want to see that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know. End of the macro there. No 1 minute inverse. So still got to see that break too. Or 30 seconds. Sorry, not 1 minute. 30 second. So let's refer to that graphic. Remember what I said? If we expand during AM and retrace during lunch, we're probably going to chop for PM. What have we done since the start of PM? Basically just chopped, right? So, I mean, it makes sense. It just sucks. I wish we could have saved the retrace for PM. Yeah, I understand why the short was so bad. The 2 minute, because we hadn't closed through the 1 minute, and here the price conditions aren't good, so you want to see every time frame close before entering a short. And this one was obviously invalid. So I'm just waiting for every time frame close to confirm that we're actually bearish, because in these conditions, I don't know. That's like the main reason why I don't love the short here. So we just pump right back up. Yeah, it all has to do with the conditions. The conditions were better, the 2 minute wouldn't be horrible, but also the 2 minute would never look like that, so. And we're just inversing for value gaps both ways now, so this is just pure chop. I've no idea. This is where like theta gets wrecked, and this is where traders will usually get chopped out. Yeah, look, remanipulate the high. It's cooked. Next 15-minute candle here. 30-second. Yeah, it's not that obvious though. It's not going to tell me anything about us reversing. At the end of the day, I just have to continue to watch that 1 30-second gap and see if we get a death candle. If we do, then maybe we actually dump, but here I think we just accumulate. Or maybe slow grind up. Like, I have no conviction in anything right now. Looks like we might have put in an SMT at this high. Yeah, we did. Yeah, dude, this is so bullish. Well, maybe we see what happens when price hits 50 here. No, this isn't good enough momentum contextually. Step, we're in elevated volatility, so momentum has to be very good here. This isn't good. Like, this is clearly chop. And also the draw on liquidity has to be good, and the draw on liquidity here is not good. You're trying to short into a bullish gap. Is there a draw? Not really, just like this unfilled hourly. But we need to violate like bullish gaps before it's confirmed that that happens. So no, I wouldn't say so. We're inversing higher time frame FVG, but like in a stairway kind of way. Nah, it doesn't really tell us anything. It just, I mean, we're just like slowly grinding up. It tells us that like we don't have too much volume when we're expanding, and technically sellers could take over at some point, but yeah, this doesn't really tell us anything. So about to hit that 50% level, looks like. Yeah, there's 50. All right, let's see. Do we have any inverse play that we can take here? We have a 5 minute gap that would need to hold in order for us to remain bearish, I think. If we inverse that, that's probably going to take us up to this high. Let's see. Do we have a fair value gap that formed? No, we have nothing. I have no idea what that candle was. Did we just get like loose? Oh, it's Trump speaking? Oh, well, that probably isn't helping. Okay, kind of a death candle there. That was a pretty exaggerated candle. Like this would be good momentum if we got something now. But there's no gap. So we'd be forced to take like a 30-second maybe. And now, what is this, a data wick? Okay, well that's invalid now, so I guess we'll keep paying attention to those same gaps from before. But yeah, good reaction at 50, I guess. One minute small, 1 minute. Yeah, it's invalid. Watch this gap, I guess. Maybe if we got this 30-second, this would be a continuation long and you could target the PM high. I don't know. Yeah, wow, this is it's a pretty bullish inverse after sweeping out a low, delivering from the 1 minute here. If this is truly a like a Newswick or something, this isn't I guess that bad of a play, right? Maybe this is an eval play or something. I just don't know what's being said right now. It looks like maybe some stuff with Trump or something. We're seeing building LRLR to the downside here. It kind of looks that way. I'm not going to lie. This does kind of look like LRLR. It's a lot of stacked lows. All in the same spot. We're inside of a 15-second or something? No, we're not. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute 30-second both inversed. I don't know. If this was me, I'd be expecting price to go up here. That's just me. If we were to violate this, then I think this is just like the worst price conditions ever, and we just sit out, or I don't know. But this should work. I think this is an obvious wick now. We are sitting inside of a bearish 5 minute gap, last gap though, so definitely help if we were able to inverse that. Want to see the order block get put in as well. Okay, so no order block yet. Yeah, no idea if this wants to go down or up right now. I guess it's going to hinge on this inverse failing or winning, and we'll have to see what happens at these lower gaps, but this just feels like chop. This is pretty V-shaped, I guess. Still respecting that gap. Since 50% is in line with this 3 minute bullish OB and a 1 minute inverse for short would be a good setup. I don't think anything right here. Like I said, I don't know. See anything being said? No. Okay. If this inverse fails down, I guess I'd become more bearish, but I really don't know. It just feels all over the place. By the way, if I'm struggling to read price and where price wants to go, is that a sign that you should be trading or maybe taking a step back? Yeah, exactly, exactly, Henrox. We got the next 15-minute candle in a minute. Okay, failing to make higher highs and lower lows here. Just getting kind of caught in a wedge right now. Yeah, R.I.P. Fahrenheit, but at the same time, he knew better, and he chose to just, say what he wanted. So I guess these are the consequences. He was just like questioning Dodgy and his profitability in not such a nice way, and yeah, he's been doing it forever. He's always not been the biggest fan of Dodgy, but that's never something that I promoted here. And obviously, guys, I learned everything that I know from Dodgy as far as my own profitability. So that's about it. Getting a decent move up now, looks like. Yeah, now I'm just looking for PMI to get reswept here. You said it was running into bullish gaps. The short? No, the long. The long here. I thought somebody talked about like the 1 minute long. We were running into the 5 minute bearish. If we close above the 5 minute bearish, I think we're just gonna run to this high next at 700. And there's that high. We almost got that second high. Yeah, maybe there was a tiny SMT there or something. Yeah, this looks about ready to go back to the highs here. I don't know. We're blasting past 50%. We're only respecting bullish PD raise. We're completely disrespecting bearish. I said down here that if we put in this 5 minute order block, I would just completely give up on shorts unless we got like a death candle, and we almost did with that news candle, but then we just completely turned around after running into the bullish gaps again. So can't be bearish here.
Yo, where's the lockout feature on Tradevate? I don't see it. Yo.
What up? Sorry, I was reviewing something. What's going on, man? Let me try that. I'm gonna try the lockout thing. Lock trading. Yes, lock trading. Trading will be unlocked at 4 p.m. Oh, that's so cool. All right. Well, I can't take any more trades on my Lucids, guys, so I guess I just locked myself out. We do have a potential bearish inverse coming off of the high being swept here to the left. Singular gap. I'm guessing on the 5 minute. So if we get the 5 minute gap here, this would be mechanically A plus. I think it depends on the prop firm, but for Lucid it allows me. Like I was just able to lock out. Pretty cool. $5 minutes inverse the last bearish 15. Yes, if we reject from here though, I suppose maybe that would be more bearish. We just put in this 5 minute gap here. So if we got this, I would probably take this as a play. Maybe I'll log into Tradeify on my phone or something. Yeah, I think it locks out everything. It locks out everything for the prop firm. Look at this. Damn. Do you guys know what this is? This is the Dubai Real Estate Index. Okay. This is from when the war first happened, when the strikes happened in Dubai. And that's now it's down about 20%. Not that that's funny, but it's just like crazy. And this has been since 2024. So look at the inflation of that. Holy.
Yo, where's the lockout feature on Trade I don't see it.
It might not be for the prop firm you're using.
Apex doesn't do it?
I don't think so. It should just be right at the top next to the account groups.
Bro, Apex is fucked. Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Bro, Apex knows exactly what they're doing. All right, I'll see you later.
See what I mean. All right. Maybe Hasty? Alright, I got Wordle in 2. Jeez, man. Alright, well, that's cool. Beaker, Video Game, Werewolf, Microscope, Mafia, Warehouse, Fishbowl, Animal, Spotlight, Company, Gonzo, Wearable, E Street Band. What the hell is that? Hot Seat, Wherefore, Fozzie. Okay. I mean, these are different Muppets, right? What's the last one? Beaker? Yeah. Where? Hmm. I don't know. The hot seat, under a microscope, under the spotlight, in a fishbowl. Okay. They feature a boss. Okay. That's interesting. Alright. Let's do Bandle real quick. $1970 drums. No, Crypto got the where. And then Dab helped with Spotlight. But yeah, no, I kind of just went through them. I don't know. It kind of sounds like Beatles a little bit, but I don't know. Oh, my bad. It's too quiet. Is that your guess, Crypto? Well, that's not a song. We need a new person to step up. Who will be the one? All right, I give up. We're skipping it. Let it be. All right. I figured it was Beatles. It sounded like Beatles. Cool. All right. We get it done. What little AMD action going on here, maybe? Can't log into Tradeovate? Oh no. Yeah, so Lewis, for swing trading, you're just looking at higher time frame liquidity sweeps and higher time frame inverses. That's about it. And you're trying to target higher time frame liquidity. So the liquidity that's found on the higher time frame isn't going to be the same that we target on the lower time frame. You're mostly going to be looking at like how dodgy has been for the last couple weeks, where whenever we get like these stacked lows and stacked highs. Do you see when we ran out these lows, how there was all these other lows that had been created, right? That all got ran in succession with that singular candle. So that's what we're looking for, okay? So now we have like this buy side here. We have this high, this high. If we like were to generate more buy side, this could be like our higher time frame liquidity target, okay? But it's been hard lately to swing trade because we've just been chopping sideways for like almost 6 months now. So if I was going to be looking for longs here on the higher time frame for a swing trade, I actually think the 1 hour inverse here would be pretty good for a long, but you also have to keep in mind like subjective things like obviously the instability of the world right now and that kind of thing. And at any moment some news could come out that's like completely bearish and could mess everything up. So I don't really want to long here. I don't really want to do anything here. Also, we have this short that's printing, and it's at the start of the macro, and it's a SM or no, yeah, it's an SMT. It's AMD, and it's also inside of this 1 hour. We never inverse this, so the 1 hour here, and I think also the 15 minute. Yeah, we never inverse the 15. Now, does this 1 minute necessarily say that we're bearish? Not really, but this is like your low risk, high reward potential for a short. The probability on this play is probably less than 50%. I don't think it's that bad if you want to trade on an eval for like a scalp. Obviously, the break even would be here. But yeah, this would have been like a good trade. If you like wanted to take an eval or a light position and you only wanted to risk like 10 points, this is $20 risk with the potential to make like I don't know, like 100 per micro, maybe more. We dropped like 100 points or even 50 points. Yes, yeah, I look for to short in premium and I look to long in discount. So when we're looking at shorts right now, we'd be shorting from premium of the dealing range, just like swing high to swing low here. Same with this 5 minute. This 5 minute is the actual setup I would enter on, by the way, guys. This breaking would make us bearish, I believe. So pay attention to this. We get like a singular candle inverse of this gap. That would be a good short. I would probably enter on that. I think that's the best play we could get today. As long as we're not running into like a 15 minute, which we're not. So yeah, that would be good. You could take it down to the unfilled 30 minute there. Yeah, that would be good. Go break even there. Maybe target lower after that. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining. I haven't really found anything I like so far this PM. We inverse the 1 minute bearish. I'm looking at the five. The five is the only idea. We got the next 5 minute candle coming in 30 seconds. We got 5 minutes left of the macro, and then we'll have an hour left on the day. 15 minutes till the next macro after that. So 3:15 is when I'll be looking for like the final move of the day. We could always potentially see like a 3:30 move. But yeah, this is very typical, right? We've already retraced during lunch, so just gonna chop for PM. I feel like that's what we've gotten. SMT here is still holding nicely, which is good. Okay, good momentum. The 1 minute actually held. We didn't inverse that back up. Okay. Yeah, that's a good break even rate. I would TP at, yeah, 5.9 is fine. I think 4.7 is pretty guaranteed at this point. I like this move down. We got 3 minutes left till the 5 minute close. I'll alert this play if we get it. Should probably log into Tradeify on my phone real quick if I'm gonna take it. Yeah, this 5 minute looks good. I don't care about the 2 minute gaps. They'll close too. I say go for this because that's the gonna be the 30 minute gap that forms. I would just hold until that gets tapped. We're also coming up on 50% of the down or the up move here. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna close already. Did you guys take the 1 minute here? Is that what y'all took? 30 second? Okay. Yeah, good trade. Very good trade. 1 minute or 5 minute closes in 1 minute. Guys, I'm not going to be able to take this trade on my Tradeify because I forgot my password. And it's not saved on my phone. So 5 minute triggered there. Um, so technically, because we ran into that 30-minute gap, that's where you should have TP'd on the 1 minute, and the 5 minute would have been a break even technically. So now we have to wait for a confirmation setup, which is unfortunate. So yeah, 5 minute looks like it was a break even there. Unlucky. But yeah, you see why I said wait for the 30 minute to get tapped before TPing? That was like what we wanted there, was to balance that and potentially even hit the 50%, which looks like we might have just missed by a tick or two. But yeah, that was the idea. So I'm glad that hit. And now, I don't know. Maybe we get like another 1 minute down or something, or a 2 minute. But yeah, very cool that you guys were able to grab that. Very nice. Okay, so we pulled back here to balance the 3 minute gap. We've put in a 30-second. No close through that 30-second. Am I in? No, I'm not in this. I wasn't able to get in because I wasn't able to log into Tradeify, and the 5 minute was already a break even. So now I'm just watching this 30-second to see if it triggers, and I might take it on like an eval or something. It's not as good of a draw anymore because we've already balanced the 30 minute. But does using your codes really help you, or doesn't do much for you? Yeah, it helps me for sure. Yeah, it does. So if you'd like to use it, please. I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you, Raid. Appreciate it. Also, if you use my code, you get entered into a giveaway. I also realized I have to create a free entry for the giveaway. So the free entry will be whoever can create the most creative, uh, I guess whatever, using AI for my profile picture, you'll get an entry to the giveaway. So just do something creative with my logo. That's about it. But yeah, as far as this 30 seconds going, I don't really love it. I mean, we're not really in a macro time. The draw on liquidity is very good here, but I am in this on an eval, so we'll see if it works. I will go break even at the low, and I will target, I guess, I don't know, lower. Maybe PM low. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, so about to hit that break even now. MNQ already hit it. ES has hit it. So I'm up about 18 points. I might just go break even now, to be honest. Okay, there's the real break even hit there. Anyway, there's 50%. So if you didn't get out on the first sweep, there's a good opportunity to take profit. Obviously, if you're in from the 30-second entry, you should be break even now. And then target could be this low here for TP1. And then after that, maybe PM if you want to try and target that. I like this low, it's obvious. And if this comes back now, obviously it'll just be a break even trade. I'm probably just gonna take all off here because not like right now, but at the 630 price level because I don't really love the price conditions, and I'll just take the 1-to-1. Honestly, that's fine. If I could break even here, then that's fine too, I guess. Bias is very important, but one thing I will say is don't get too married to your bias. So I just got break even there. Um, GG. That would be the only thing I would say is don't be married to your bias. Remember to constantly pay attention to order flow and draw on liquidity. If price is disrespecting the order flow that you're trying to aim towards, right? So if you were trying to be bullish and we got bearish order flow, then obviously, reconsider your um bias and maybe, look to see if there's a good bearish draw. If there is, then obviously flip your bias bearish, right? So that would be the only thing I'd say is don't get married to your bias, but it's very important. Make sure all of your trades align with your bias. And then, yeah, I just tried the 30-second there. I just got break even. Just an eval trade. Was that risky? Oh yeah, no, this is risky. It's just the risk wasn't like super high. It was like 10 points. So like yeah, the probability was low on this trade. I didn't really think it was gonna run all the way, but I don't know. It was something to do. Yes, I liked the 936. That was the trade I took today. I like that a lot. It probably wasn't A plus, but it was at least an A setup because of the death candle there and the reaction at the high. Break even so far saving us. That makes sense. It should. Potential 3 minute long with SMT. I don't like the draws and liquidity here. I would just be done for the day. I don't think there's anything else for us here. How much buffer would you hold on a 50K account? So this is how I would do all my drawdowns with Lucid, any other firm that's like 50% withdrawal. Make 2K buffer, pull out a K, keep $1,000 in there. Okay. Run it up to like 3K. Pull out 1,500, leave 1,500 in there. Run it up to like 3,750, maybe 4K. Pull out 2K, leave 2K in there. That's how I would do the buffer, because if you're copy trading 5 accounts and requesting half, that's a 5K payout. I mean, that's huge. That's like a ton of capital that you could start deploying towards like Apex accounts or towards other prop firms that or just need for life and its expenses. So that's what I prefer to do, but it's totally up to you. In that way, you're not dealing with like all the emotional and psychological uh I guess difficulty that comes with like holding on to accounts that are within the payout window, right? And I think getting paid out whenever possible by a prop firm is good because it seems like they change their rules once a week. And so you don't know if the new rule change is going to prevent you from taking that money, right? But obviously, not financial advice. Do whatever is best for you and your situation. I don't know everything about you and what your financial needs are. So please you know, take my advice with a grain of salt. This is just what I do. What's wrong with the PM high is a draw. It's a high that took at another high that we rejected from, so technically it's protected. And it's a high inside of a 15-minute gap, and everything's kind of high resistant right now. 1 minute short, maybe. Maybe the 2 minutes better because it's singular at least. For sure, Sokoban. Any idea how to trade an age session? I don't know. Let me know when you find out, Raid. I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. All right, well, that's an interesting candle again. What are we doing now? Oh, I guess the IDF struck Iran or something. I don't know. All right, we swept out the high on both indices. I think we go back for lunch highs here, maybe. We just need a good break of structure over this previous high. If we soup this and reject though, I mean obviously that's not going to happen. But okay, we have this tiny 1 minute. Maybe the 30-second would be better here. Another short opportunity, right? Rejecting from that same 50. Oh, and it's gone. Well, the long, I'm pretty sure would have been a break even anyway, right? Break even when we hit the high and it pulled back. So sorry I scared you out of it, but it does appear as though we are gonna hit PM high here or lunch high. And there it is. Well, that's a candle and a half. My goodness. What happened? Dude, that break even was amazing. War could be over soon. Great. Well, RIP oil. Let's take a look. RIP oil. Jeez. Dude, that's crazy. Oil pumped up $30 a barrel in one day and then dumped $30 a barrel. What is happening? Okay, so yeah, so the reason why PMI would be considered protected is because we took out a high inside of a 5 minute, swept that high, never closed above it, and had a bearish reaction. And we put in that ITH, which when we put in that ITH, that creates the protected high. And so we need to sweep out the swing low that creates the protected high, which I guess we did in a way. We ran out this low, which this was the swing that created it. So I guess if you want to say that's no longer protected, but at the same time, even if you longed here, it was probably going to end up being a break-even trade. And who would have known that Trump was going to say the war is over? I mean, who could have guessed that one? So, um, wow. And they said war could be over soon. That's what Trump just said. That's why we're pumping. That's why oil just crashed to $90 a barrel and plummeting. Guys, this could be very manipulated in a second here. If Iran comes out and says something and says the war is not over anytime soon, we could dump all the way back. This could be very manipulated. Although this does look pretty insane for longs. I mean, an 800 point pump in a single day is just insane. This is a very bullish inverse after taking the low. Hey, when the trend is your friend, I guess it's really your friend, huh? Yep, there's oil sub $90 a barrel, 89.50, 89.20. Wow, watch oil here, guys. 89.20. Oil is about to end up red on the day after being up $30 a barrel. Less than $89 a barrel. Wow. Now let's just remember one thing. Trump also said the Ukraine war would be done within 1 month of him joining the presidency, and he would get it done. He said it multiple times that the Ukraine war would be over soon, whatever, right? The Ukraine war is still happening, so keep that in mind. We never know if this is actually absolute truth. This is just rumors. Not political. I'm not trying to be political by saying that at all. I'm just trying to recall past statements. Now, in that same token, Venezuela was over in an hour, but we didn't even know about it until after it was done. So, and I mean, I think the situation is a little bit more different than Venezuela, just a little bit. So, I feel like Iran is a little bit more prepared as they've been on the defensive for a very long time. So we'll see. Maybe they are close. I don't know. I just wouldn't take this at absolute truth, you know? But yeah, those contracts, those calls just probably went crazy. I'm actually really curious to see like the QQQ contracts off open, like where those opened at. So I'm looking at 600s here. The 600s, their low today was $31, and now they're trading at 500. That is crazy. Call MA. Call MAGA. Is that what you're saying? Oh, I don't know. Oh, you're gonna call Ryan. See what he thinks. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing he's gonna be like, I'm done trading. That's what I know. He doesn't like talking politics at all. The stuff I'm talking about right now though is just pertaining to the market. Like has nothing to do with my own opinion or anything. I just things that could or might move the market and what to think of them. Oh really? Well, that's news to me. Have I taken anything yet? No, not yet. I'm just watching price fly up off the war might be over news. There was like a 1 minute short that some people took, a 5 minute that some people took. Trump said it. Yeah, exactly, MM. Yeah. Yeah, this is about to just keep flying, guys. We're about to take out, I don't know. Maybe we come all the way back to this 4 hour here. We just pumped 1,000 points in a day. Goodness, dude. Yeah, oil's about to crash back down to like $85 a barrel here, I bet. Well, cool, I guess. I guess something good in the world happened today if we're actually going to be done with the war. Did anybody chase along there? Like maybe you like entered on this pullback? I don't know, Seb. I should have. What was I thinking? Guys, we are gone. We're going to 25, I guess. There's the 4 hour. I really don't know. Maybe this goes a lot higher. Okay, running into that 4 hour gave us a reaction a little bit. We're probably due for a pullback, right? There's just no fair value gaps, though. I guess let's see what Price wants to do. All right. Well, I just scalped that 15-second FU long. Did anybody take that? Not really a position, obviously, but just, messing around. Obviously thinking this is going to go higher here. Can we actually pass end of day Apex evals on CPI? Yes. Apparently that's the rumor. Hourly unfilled gap got tapped there. As much as I'd like to think we can keep expanding forever, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to.
Dude,
What I mean?
dude, if I held my longs from last night, I'd be at $45,000 right now.
Why didn't you?
Dude, I almost did, bro, but like I had to stop break even for a while, and I was just letting that shit run. But I was on a yacht, and I'm like, I don't want to keep checking the position.
The bottom was in, man.
I should have at least taken option or something, bro. I don't know why I didn't.
Hey, it's okay. Next time you're in a position like that, you need me to watch it. I'll just collect like what are we thinking? 5, maybe 10% off the top, and I'll manage it for you.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm just kidding.
We're gonna keep going higher, bro.
Yeah, probably. You see
Do you
oil?
see
I'm
the
watching oil,
LRLR?
dude. Look at this. Oil is just
Is it
gone,
dumping?
bro. Yeah, we're down to $86 a barrel.
Yeah,
We were at 120 this morning. 120 to
yeah, I
86.
know,
That's just
crazy.
insane. But yeah, the LRLR, what are we talking about here? Like this right here? Yeah, we're gonna run all that. You're right. 25 250.
Looks so clean.
Yep.
Is it desire?
This is such an emotional long. Like, there's literally zero like. It's just a rumor that the war's gonna end. Like we have no concrete, definitive evidence that it's gonna end. But hey, you know what? The market speaks. It does what it wants. So I don't know.
All right. See you later. I'm gonna go.
For sure. The Trump administration is considering further easing of Russia oil sanctions amid price surge. Well, Trump moles taking over the Strait of Hormuz. Well, RIP oil under $85 a barrel now. Wow, that was a generational short on oil. Ooh, that's kind of a V-shaped short. I don't hate it. Um, Probably fading the trend, but probably good for a retracement short. That's pretty V-shaped. I'd probably, I don't know. This looks interesting. If only the stop loss wasn't super big. Do we have like a gap? No 30-second. Okay, we're gonna form it here. This is an inception gap. All right. It's risky. It's risky. It's very risky. I'm not in this one, obviously, but just eyeballing it, tape reading it. We'll see. How bullish are we really here? Is this just about to get wrecked in one candle? Oh, yeah, forget it. Yeah, we're just way too bullish. Dang, no delivery from anywhere, just straight pump candle. Okay. All right, never mind. All right, if you want to take an FU long, well, here you go. Here's a 30-second FU long. I guess we might be done, but I don't know. It's so bullish. Wow, we have previous day high right here. What if that's the target? Hmm. Previous day high could hit. It could hit. Yeah, I know, JM Hawk, exactly. I mean, of course, there was going to be some, pushback on the for the price of oil, but I didn't expect price to dump this much in a day. That's just wild. We're up 30% at open, down 7% on the close. Well, maybe not 30% at open, but you know what I mean. Wow, the FU long is printing. Yeah. I mean, honestly, with this much momentum, just hold for previous day high. Break even now, obviously. Yeah, this is going to go to previous day high. Wow. Is anybody in this long? Obviously, scale some, right? I mean, that's moved enough where you definitely could scale more than 1 R. Wow. Just past two lucids. Let's go. And maybe the rest will just go break even here. Dude, oil. Holy shit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's a $3 swing on oil in a minute. Yeah, maybe break even there on the rest. We have this 1 minute short here. Looks three candle V shape. Looked even better than the first one because this gap is more obvious, to be honest. This is tempting as well too for a potential short. I mean, we're so due, right? We could reject the 4 hour here and the 1 hour. We fully balanced it. Oil's pumping. I don't know. If we weren't so damn bullish, this short would be amazing. Wow, look at the short, man. Yeah, I mean, even like the retrace short here looks like it could print. Like, not even necessarily saying that we're gonna completely reverse here, but like, I don't know. I'd probably target this 15 minute we're about to put in maybe for 90 points. Goodness, break even obviously now. Yeah, break even for sure. Is anybody in this short? I know this one was called a little early. 30-second long kind of made up for it, but this looks pretty insane. You've been in everything fake, and how are you doing? Yeah, I like 894 too. Made up for the morning. Okay. Funded monthly looks insane too. Hey, 125 is good. Looks like maybe break even on the rest there for the 1 minute short. I guess I'll stay on through the craziness here. Nah, Philip, you're good, bro. Don't stress about it. Just stick with the process, stick with the data. Don't let a losing day uh roll into something bigger than it needs to be, right? Yeah, exactly. It feels like all the heavy hitting news that randomly comes out happens during PM, right, Seb? Like literally every single time something crazy comes out, it's always during PM. Always at like just past 2:30 or like right around 3 it comes out. It never comes out earlier than that. It's always 2:30. Well, definitely a break even. I'm gonna watch 350 here. If 350 doesn't really do much, I'll probably just end stream. We got a minute. Damn, MM. All right, 17 seconds. FU long is just a long way high in premium that should not work when it's past the draw on liquidity, when nothing makes sense and we just continue to move higher. Okay, it's just an inverse. So, like, for example, the 30-second that just worked there is an FU long. It's a long that inexplicably works for no reason. Okay, so 30-second short here, right into 350. Coming back to balance the inefficiency before heading lower. Seems like it might work, maybe. Um. All right, here's the play, MM. What about if we get this 30-second OB, you take a short off of it with 10 or with 5 micros or even 3 micros for like 20 points, and that's how you pass. And you just sell it to equal lows there. If we tap the OB here, put a stop above it, and then target the equal lows. So like bang, there's the entry, and then TP here, and that's how you get your $100. Let's see. And oh, it's so close. It might have already hit, honestly, because you only need like 18 points, I think. Obviously, you know, if it break evens now, it's a break even, but let's see. Bang! There you go. I got you your $100. Did you short that MM or were you not, listening to me? You didn't think I was serious. You chickened it? Okay. Well, hey. It was kind of a snipe, honestly. Like, not a single like tick a drawdown. Basically, stop here, TP here. Basically, caught the low, and now it's already back to break even. Very interesting. All right, guys. I think 350 is going to be a bust. I'm probably going to end here. What a crazy day. Did not expect the Iran war to be over today, but should be in for some interesting price action. Alrighty. We'll see what ends up happening overnight here, and maybe tomorrow will just be very bullish. So I will catch you all then. Y'all have a great evening. Peace out, everyone.